Welcome to the next lecture on software engineering. In this lecture, we are going to talk about part 2 of module 1, that is a generic view of process. So let us start. The learning objectives for this lecture: number 1, to know about the software engineering, a layered technology. So we are going to see software engineering approach as a layered one. Second, LOE talks about to understand a process framework. And third one is to know about the CMMI, that is the capability maturity model integration. Okay, so let us start the first part, that is software engineering, a layered technology. So let us go through some of the definition. Fritz talks about software engineering in terms of, that is, software engineering is the establishment and the use of sound engineering principles in order to obtain economically software. So this part is very much of importance, that is software should be economic, that is reliable and works efficiently on the real machine. So reliability and efficiently is also one of the important parameters in this definition. Next one, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, that is IEEE, defines software engineering in two parts. The first part is what? The application of a systematic, disciplined, quantifiable approach to the development, operation, and maintenance of software. That is the application of engineering to software. And second one is what? The study of approaches as in one. So this definition has been given by IEEE. Now, if we talk about software engineering in terms of layers, so you can see at the bottom, we are going to see a quality focus. Next one is process, methods, and tools. So software engineering is a layered technology. The bedrock that supports software engineering is a quality focus. So a continuous process improvement culture ultimately leads to the development of increasingly more effective approaches to software engineering. So at the bottom, we rely on the quality focus. Next one, the foundation for software engineering, that is the process layer. Okay, so it defines a framework that must be established for effective delivery of software engineering technology. Next one, the next layer is what? Methods. So these methods provide the technical how-tos for building software. And the last layer, that is the tools. Tools provide automated or semi-automated support for the processes and the methods. So these are the layers starting from the quality focus, process, methods, and tools. Now, what exactly we mean by a process framework? As you can see here, if we talk about software process consisting of a process framework, umbrella activities going side by side, and here you can see the framework activity. Suppose number 1, in this we have the action, software engineering action, task sets, again some task set for the another action. So in this way we have a number of framework activity consisting of actions, and each action consisting of task sets. Okay, so let us go through what exactly we mean by a process framework. So it establishes the foundation for a complete software engineering process by identifying a small number of framework activities that are applicable to all software projects regardless of their size or complexity. So ultimately what exactly it does, it identifies a framework activities. Okay, so in addition, the process framework encompasses a set of umbrella activities that we have shown earlier that are applicable across the entire software process. Now coming on to the framework, we must see what exactly is a process, activity, action, or task. So let us go through. What is a process? It is nothing but a collection of activities, actions, and tasks that are performed when some work product is to be created. So collection of activities, actions, and tasks. For what? For creating a work product. Now coming on to the activity. An activity strives to achieve a broad objective. For example, communication with stakeholders, and is applied regardless of the application domain, size of the project, complexity of the effort, or degree of rigor with which software engineering to be applied. So ultimately, we talk about a broad objective. So activity consists of this. Now action. An action, for example, architectural design, encompasses a set of tasks that produce a major work product, for example, an architectural design model. So, if we see, activity is further decomposed into action, and action is nothing but set of tasks. Okay. So, what exactly is a task? A task focuses on a small but well-defined objective. For example, conducting a unit test that produces a tangible outcome. So, task is the smallest unit. Okay. Now, coming to the generic process framework activities. What are the framework activities? First one is communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. These are the generic process framework activities. Let us go through one by one. Communication, as we know, is nothing but sharing of information. Okay. So before any technical work can commence, it is critically important to communicate and collaborate with the customer and other stakeholders. Okay. So communication is needed for that. The intent is to understand stakeholders' objectives for the project and to gather requirements that help define software features and functions. So what we are expecting from the customers, what they are wanting, is communicated in this activity. Okay. Next one is planning. So where we want to go? This question is addressed at this phase. That is, the planning activity creates a map that helps guide the team as it makes the journey. Okay. For example, the software project plan. It defines the software engineering work by describing the technical tasks to be conducted, the risks that are likely, the resources that will be required, the work products to be produced, and the work schedule. Okay. So software project plans gives a concrete map for the software development. Okay. Next activity is modeling. So what exactly it means? A software engineer creates models to better understand software requirements and the design that will achieve those requirements. In this phase, model is being created. Construction. So construction, if we talk about software, so we are talking about codes. Okay. So this activity combines code generation, either manual or automated, and the testing that is required to uncover errors in the code. Okay. Next one is deployment. After developing the software, this phase comes. So the software as a complete entity or as a partially completed increment is delivered to the customer, who evaluates the delivered product and provides feedback based on the evaluation. So ultimately the customer is the king. So whatever has been developed by the team is given to the customers, feedback obtained, and then evaluated. Okay. Now, what are the umbrella activities? So we must know that these activities are applied throughout a software project and help a software team manage and control progress, quality, change and risks. So let us see what are these activities. Software project tracking and control. What it allows the software team to assess progress against the project plan and take necessary action to maintain the schedule. So project tracking and control goes side by side. Next one is risk management. It assesses risk that may affect the outcome of the project or the quality of the product. Next is software quality assurance. As the name suggests, it defines and conducts the activities required to ensure the software quality. Okay. Next, technical reviews or formal technical reviews. It assesses software engineering work products in an effort to uncover and remove errors. Okay. So reviews are very much of importance before they are propagated to the next action or activity. So uncovering the errors before they are propagated. Next one is measurement. It defines and collects process, project and product measures. Okay, that assist the team in delivering software that meets customers needs. Okay, next one is software configuration management. So it manages the effects of change throughout the software process. So effect of change has been taken care by this activity, software configuration management. Reusability management. So it defines the criteria for work product reuse. Next, work product preparation and production. So it encompasses the activities required to create work products. And what are work products? Models, documents, logs, forms and lists. Okay. So again, as we have seen earlier, software process, a process framework has been created. Umbrella activities throughout the project, we are seeing framework activity consisting of actions, actions consisting of task sets, and the entire thing correspond to a software process. Now, coming on to the capability maturity model integration, that is CMMI. The SEI, that is the Software Engineering Institute, has developed a comprehensive process meta model that is predicated on a set of system and software engineering capabilities that should be present as organizations reach different levels of process capability and maturity, and that is nothing but the CMMI. Okay, so it defines each process area in terms of specific goals and the specific practices required to achieve these goals. And what are the specific goals and specific practices? So if we talk about specific goals, that is SG, it is nothing but it establishes the characteristic that must exist if the activities implied by a process area are to be effective. Okay, so it defines the concrete goal. Next is specific practices. Okay, it refine a goal into set of process related activities. So specific goals has been refined by specific practices. Okay, representation of process meta model by the CMMI. So each process area is formally assessed against specific goals and practices that we have seen earlier and is rated according to the capability levels. So different levels have been created by this model, meta model. So what are these? Level 0 talks about incomplete, level 1 is performed, level 2 managed, level 3 defined, level 4 quantitatively managed, and level 5 optimized. So each layer, that is level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, are dependent on the previous level. That is, if we talk about level 1, then all the criteria of level 0 have been met. Level 2, all the things of level 1 has been satisfied, and so on. Okay, so let us see what are these levels. Level 0, that is incomplete. The process area is either not performed or does not achieve all goals and objectives defined by the CMMI for level 1 capability. So incomplete means incomplete, not performed, or does not achieve all the goals. Okay. Level 1 performed. All of the specific goals of the process area have been satisfied. Okay. So specific goals have been satisfied. Next, work tasks required to produce defined work products are being conducted. So performed. Next one is managed. As I have said earlier, all level 1 criteria have been satisfied because we are talking about level 2. So definitely level 1 criteria must have been satisfied. Next, all work associated with the process area conforms to the organizationally defined policy. So the process area is conforming to the policies of organization. Next, all people doing the work have access to adequate resources to get the job done. Okay. And further, stakeholders, all the stakeholders are actively involved in the process area as required. Further, all work tasks and work products are monitored, controlled, reviewed, and are evaluated for adherence of the process description. So entire thing is being managed. Okay. Level 3 talks about defined. Level 2 criteria have been satisfied. Further, process is being tailored from the organization set of standard processes. Okay, and it is tailored according to the guidelines of the organization, and it contributes work products, measures, and other process improvement information to the organizational process assets. So ultimately the process is being tailored according to the organizational tailoring guidelines. Okay, in this level. Level 4 talks about quantitatively managed. So definitely the measurement is done through statistics or quantitative nature. So all level 3 criteria have been achieved. Further, the process area is controlled and improved using measurement and quantitative assessment. Quantitative objectives for quality and process performance are established and used as criteria in managing the process. Okay. Level 5 talks about optimized. So all level 4 criteria have been met. The process area is adapted and optimized using quantitative or statistical means to meet the changing customer needs and to continually improve the efficacy of the process area under consideration. In general, when we talk about optimization, it is nothing but obtain the best possible rewards under given constraint. Okay, so at this level we are talking about constraints and obtaining the best possible reward. Okay, references. Thank you for watching the video.